Lorraine sat alone in a cafe, her thoughts weighed down by the recent turn of events. She had been fired from her nursing job, unable to tolerate her arrogant boss any longer. As she contemplated her uncertain future, the worry of managing her bills loomed large. Living paycheck to paycheck had left her financially vulnerable, and she knew the road ahead wouldn't be easy. The New York cafe where she found herself offered an elegant ambience, with straw chairs, round glass tables adorned with vases of flowers, and magazines for patrons. But on this particular day, Lorraine was too preoccupied with her predicament to appreciate the cafe's charm or the cold espresso before her. Amid her distress, a faint voice broke through her reverie. "Please excuse me, miss. Do you mind if I have the rest of your coffee if you're not drinking it? I'm feeling a little under the cold weather," the voice said, drawing Lorraine's attention. She looked up and saw a disheveled man standing before her. A quick glance was enough to recognize that he was homeless. Lorraine was momentarily taken aback. "Coffee?" she asked, a hint of confusion in her voice. The man, sensing her confusion, repeated his request. "Yes, the coffee. Can I have it?" Lorraine considered for a moment and replied, "Yeah, sure. I wasn't gonna have it anyway." She offered him the cup and invited him to join her. As the man Jeffrey settled into a seat, he took a sip of the coffee. "It's excellent, but it would have been even better if it had been hot," he remarked with gratitude. "Thank you for letting me have it. My name's Jeffrey." Lorraine introduced herself in return, Lorraine Simpson. Jeffrey continued the conversation, expressing his concern for Lorraine. "If you don't mind," he said, "I can see something's bothering you. Not that I have the right to meddle in your affairs, but if sharing it with me makes you feel better, I'm all ears. Just saying." Lorraine smiled appreciatively. "That's actually really generous of you, Jeffrey. Thank you for asking," she said. Encouraged by his kindness, she decided to confide in him. "Honestly, I feel horrible because I lost my job. I'm a nurse. My boss was creating trouble at work, so I lost my calm and yelled at him. In retaliation, he fired me, and now I'm at a loss for what to do. I've been having financial problems, and lately, that's all there is to it. Getting fired feels horrible, and a life with no money even worse." Lorraine paused, realizing that her problems, while significant, paled in comparison to Jeffrey's circumstances. She offered an apology. "Sorry, I think I overshared. I'm sorry if I offended you." Lorraine had found solace in sharing her troubles with Jeffrey, the kind-hearted homeless man she met at the cafe. Their conversation had lifted her spirits, and she decided to repay his generosity by ordering a tuna sandwich and fresh coffee for him. Though it would dent her wallet further, she was more than willing to do so. As they continued talking over coffee, Jeffrey made a playful comment, lightening the mood. "If I were your boss, I'd come to you in a limo and hire you in my medical center, or whatever they call it. I'd be delighted to have you on my team. How could someone fire you?" Lorraine blushed at the unexpected compliment. "That was all I needed to hear today. Thank you, Jeffrey. I feel really good after speaking with you." After they finished their coffee, Jeffrey offered to walk Lorraine home, but he always kept a considerable distance behind her. Lorraine noticed this and questioned him about it. Jeffrey, with a hint of embarrassment, explained, "You see, I'm a homeless man. If people notice us walking together, they might not see it in the right light. After all, I'm a filthy, scruffy man." Lorraine shook her head with a warm smile and reached out to hold his hand. "I don't care what others think," she reassured him. "To me, you're a kind-hearted man who made me feel better by listening to my worries. Your appearance and status are the least that matters, Jeffrey. You shouldn't let people judge you like that. You deserve to be respected, all right?" Moved by her words, Jeffrey nodded, his eyes glistening with tears. When they reached her home, Lorraine offered Jeffrey the guest room to spend the night, but he declined, not wanting to burden her unnecessarily. He thanked her and departed, leaving Lorraine with a deep appreciation for his kindness. "That man is such a kind soul," Lorraine thought as she watched him walk away. "I should have asked him about his worries too. How could I be so self-centered? I hope we meet again, Jeffrey. I really do." That night, her anxieties returned, and she couldn't shake the fear of being jobless. Tearfully, she cried herself to sleep. The following morning, the doorbell rang, startling Lorraine awake. She rushed to answer the door and was greeted by a man in a suit named Stuart, along with a limousine parked outside her house. Stewart explained, "My boss is looking forward to seeing you." Lorraine was perplexed, as she had no knowledge of anyone who would send a limo to pick her up. Nevertheless, she decided to get ready quickly and accompany Stewart, keeping her phone close, ready to dial 911 if needed. As the car pulled up at a specific location, Stewart said, "Looks like you've been busted, Lucy. You could be on my list if you haven't already. Just open that door. I'll stop by every now and then. You can't open up your door without me." Lorraine was utterly confused and alarmed. The situation seemed surreal, and she didn't know what to expect. However, she decided to go along with it to uncover the mystery. During the car ride, she remained cautious, ready for any surprises. Upon arriving at their destination, Lorraine was met by a man who explained the unexpected turn of events. He offered her a job and hired her on the spot. Lorraine was overwhelmed with gratitude, unable to believe her luck. It seemed that her act of kindness toward Jeffrey had come full circle, leading to this unexpected opportunity. As she embarked on this new chapter of her life, Lorraine couldn't help but think that perhaps the world was rewarding her kindness and compassion. She had been through challenging times, but now a brighter future lay ahead. The kindness she had shown to a homeless man had opened doors she never could have imagined. In the end, she learned that compassion and empathy could lead to unexpected blessings, and her journey with Jeffrey had played a pivotal role in shaping her destiny.